Hello everyone. So today we'll talk about the vowels in Thai called Sara. Thai has long and short vowels, and many of the long vowels and short vowels are equivalent to each other. They're just long or short versions. If you haven't at least seen an overview of the consonants in the Thai language, it'd be good to take a look at that first. Because a lot of the examples we'll be using here in what you see on the screen, they include consonants, and it's kind of necessary or helpful to know the consonants in advance. You don't have to necessarily have them all memorized to gain benefit from this, but it'd be good to at least have an overview of them. So we'll try to be somewhat brief because there are quite a few vowels. If you pay attention to where my pen is drawing, you'll be able to see where we're working at on the screen here. Something to keep in mind about vowels in many languages, and this is my opinion, so for what it's worth, is that vowels tend to be where people get off track as far as having a thick accent. So if you make an effort, if you make an investment into trying to practice and get drilled down the correct pronunciation of vowels, it'll certainly help you to have a better pronunciation of the language and to be better understood. And it's really a foundation that's valuable if you want to be a good speaker. So we'll try to give some pronunciation explanation today as we go through. But again, as there's quite a few, those that are easy enough we'll go through quite quickly. Okay, so if you look at the first one, very top, far left, under long, we have, this is called sara a. So it makes the ah sound. For example, this word, the B ends in a D, it's ba, ba. And then if we see this symbol by itself, these two little hooks, you could say, that's sara a, a. So a, as in apple. And then we have a B and an R combined, and it's bra, bra, like that. Now, you'll notice here at that word example we have that there's no concluding consonant. One thing that can be a bit tricky with the vowels is that they transform in certain situations. So this short A, it transforms the way it's written, but not the way it's pronounced, just the way it's written when there's a concluding consonant. So if you look here, there is the B at the end, ba bai mai, and because there's a concluding consonant, that these two little hooks, it morphs or it transforms and it's written above right there. That's called mai hanakat. So even though it has a different name, it is in fact the same pronunciation. Kap, kap. So ah. Okay. So on to the next word. We have sara e. It's like an A, or as it's written here, like a E and bet. But the thing about these two vertical lines here, when you see them like this, they're pronounced more in the back of the throat. It's somewhat guttural. It's similar to a sound a goat will make. I guess I don't do a good goat impression. But in any case, it's important that it's sort of back in the throat. So that's the key. So we have the D here, dodek, and then ngongu at the end, and it is pronounced dang, dang. Then the shorter version, so you'll see this will happen a lot. Here's the two vertical lines on the left to indicate that it's sara e. And then on the right hand side, we have these two hooks that looks like sara a. But in cases where it's not by itself, so we have both of these combined, usually this sara a, or these two hooks, are a symbol that it's a shortened form of the verb of the vowel that you're familiar with, or the long version of the vowel. So this is kind of a symbol that it shortens it. So we have sara e. And for example, we have this word, the kokai, ke. Same situation when there's a closing consonant. When there's a closing consonant here, for example, the ngongu, there's no space for these two hooks, so it has to be written above as that symbol, but it's still pronounced the exact same way. So this is keng, keng. Okay. The next one, this one's easy. Sara a, It's like the letter A, pay. So here we have a T, tay. Same thing here. It's a short A, te, te. Okay. Same as above. When there's a there's a final consonant. There's no spot for the two hooks, so it's written above, like this. Maidaku, they call it. Okay. Below that, on the left-hand side, long vowels. I've read somewhere that it can be a short vowel. I'm not certain. I haven't. On my list, I have it as a long vowel because it's usually pronounced long. So ow, ow. You'll see the set of A on the left-hand side and the set of A on the right-hand side, but in reality, it's pronounced ow. So like as in cow, as you see here on the right-hand side. And then with the r in the middle, we pronounce it rao. That means we. Okay. So go down a little bit, and you'll see a-ang and another a-ang. I wrote that because it's difficult to make this vowel on its own, but you look to the right, you'll see a better example of an actual word of where it's used. So there's the consonant, and then there's a-ang. In the second, when a-ang is not used as a consonant. Actually, let me describe it this way. I think it'd be a bit better. So it could be a bit confusing. So in this case, it looks like there's maybe two vowels, but in reality, a-ang can be a vowel or a consonant. So what's happening on this left-hand side is this first a-ang is a consonant, which is silent, and the second one is technically the vowel a. Okay. So next to it, we have a word example. We have nonu, the N sound. And then nonu is also closing with a in the middle, so non, non. Now, if you have a somewhat good memory, you would probably, you're thinking to yourself, look at this. He put it in the wrong spot. This is sara'ao, but it has the shortener next to it. And that would make logical sense, but shame on you for trying to bring logic into language learning. In reality, this is a short version of the aw, so it's actually aw. Even though it should be ow, it is in reality aw. So with the G there, Golkai, it's pronounced ga, the word for island. That's just one of those things you have to memorize, like many things. Same as before when there's a closing consonant. For example, if you're looking just below the ga there, this word right here, the closing consonant is golkai. There's no space for these final hooks, so they write it above the first consonant. This is pronounced. Let's erase all my little marks so you can actually look at the word. Pronounced lock, like to lock the door, and that is what it means. Okay, so this next one's an easy one. It's set up o as in cone, o. So here we have cho chang, kho kwai as the final consonant, and o is on the left, so it's cho. It can be a bit confusing because of the order that it's in, but just keep in mind we have first our first consonant, our vowel, and then our closing consonant there. Okay, same as the general pattern as above. We have the o for the short version. We have set a o and those two hooks to indicate it's short. So o. And then this word to the right hand side with the maitri for the tone marker. It's to. Sorry, and tao is the consonant. Okay, below that we have another easy one. Set a e. So a word in Thai has the closing consonant of the G, of the golkai there, G, so it's eek. And then the short version of it is the same, but it doesn't have that little vertical line coming off of it, and that's e. Same pronunciation, just short. So this word here is kit. Okay, so the next vowel here, for native English speakers, it can be a little tricky, but there is a technique we can use that helps us to pronounce it right. Often people think it's a U, but it's really not. It's not possible to give it a really appropriate or a really fitting letter that's going to give you the right pronunciation right off the bat. The technique I've heard a number of people explain and that I like myself is that you smile, grit your teeth, and go, ugh, like you're disgusted with something, like you smell garbage, ugh. And that's the sound it makes, ugh, ugh. So it's not ooh, it's not but smile, grit your teeth, like that. And now you have sara, So this word right here, GL combine, and then N is the closing consonant, glun, glun. The short version, instead of the two little vertical lines, we have one little small, we have the sara E with a little small circle on the right hand side, and that's just a shortened version of it. Okay, and then underneath that is it's a vowel that appears underneath the a'ang, or underneath the consonant, and it's kind of a freebie because it looks like a U in English and it's pronounced like ooh, ooh. Okay, so the word here, for example, is lu, lu. The short version of that, you just cut half of it off, and it's this little dangling, like a finger pointing down. It says ooh. Excuse me, ooh, ooh. So the word example we have here is cook, cook. Okay, this one here, it has the vertical line on the left and a'ang on the left, or on the right hand side. So for example, it's easier when you look at an actual word. Here you're going to see two letters in the middle, but the vowel is this and this. So again, sara A on the left and a'ang on the right. And that's going to be pronounced, one of the best explanations I've heard is like the word teacher, teacher, but without the R on the end. So it's like It's not with your teeth gritted, but it's a little softer. So this is pl, pl. Okay, so and then the short version, Okay. Oh, so the word example is y. So let's go down a little bit. We've got those are some of the basic vowels. We also have vowel combinations. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, so we have some combined vowels or some longer vowels. I'm not a linguist, so I don't know the technical terms, but they are different, as you'll see as we go. This first one, it seems complicated. It's not as bad as it sounds, but we've got the sara A on the left, we've got sara E above, we got yo yak on the end. If you see those three things combined, that means that it's sara iya, iya, iya. So whatever logical sense you may try to make out of these three things together, in the end, when you see those three things together, it's iya, iya, like a E and a combined, iya. So with the tao as a beginning consonant, ngongo as closing consonant, it's tiang, tiang. Short version, same thing, but with the two hooks on the end. This is a combination of vowels you're not going to see very often, if ever. So below that, we have, when you see the but you also see sara A on the left and a'ang on the right, all that together, it's sara ua. So the same teeth graded and then ends with the So for example, with ro rua, well, rua, that is ro rua, that's the rua part of rua. Same thing, short version here with the two hooks. Okay. Now here's some examples of some vowels that really are just a combination of consonants that function as vowels at the same time. So they're easy because if you already know the simple vowels above, then combining them is not difficult. So for example, we know this one here is that and we know this one is a W, which can work as a vowel. So together we have L. So we have male, cat. And here we have a short version of it. L. Okay? Here, same situation. We know this first one on the left-hand side is set at A, and then W at the end, so L. If over the video it sounds very similar, the A and the E, just keep in mind again that the two vertical lines are going to be at the back of your throat. Okay? Now here's a funny one. It's easy. This is one that a lot of people trip up over just because they don't realize that it's a vowel, that it's a special vowel. So you'll see this mahanakat here, this little one hook above, and then you'll see the walwen, the W, to the right hand side. Now, whatever sense you may want to make of this, in the end it's pronounced uwa, like u and a combined, uwa. So for example, this is pronounced tua. Some people will look at this and say, oh, well, that's a, and this is a W, so they'd be like, tau. That's not right. When you see this combination together, this hook on the top and the walwen on the right hand side, it's pronounced uwa. Okay? Sometimes when walwen is in the center, it is pronounced also as uwa. So for example, in this case, it transforms from being walwen to sara, they say sara uwa. It transforms from being a consonant to a vowel. So in this case, we have nonu, and then the closing consonant dodek, and sara uwa in the middle, so nuat. Okay? Another example of a relatively easy one is sara a. It's pronounced a, but when you add yoyak, the Y at the end becomes I. It's a combination. So this letter here, or this word here with hall heap at the beginning, it's hi. This one is something that I think I would try to pronounce it a certain way from what we've logically learned. But in any case, when you see this combination here, the set of A on the left, yoyak on the right, it's uy. So this word right here is pronounced lui. But the next one below it is what it appears to be. We have set of O on the left, yoyak, the Y on the right, so oi. Or with a dodek in the middle, as we see in the word example, it would be doi. Okay, so here's another example. Just previous, we learned that when there's this combination, set of a, set of and all ang, all around something, it's pronounced But when we add that y, yoyak at the end, it's uy. So you can get these longer vowels by means of the combinations you see here. Okay, the next one is what it appears to be a, wa, ow. So with a kho khai, it's khao. And then finally in this list right here, we have sara iya, right? Like we learned before. Walwen, the W at the end, so eo. So with the kho khai, it's kio. Okay. Finally, we have a few examples that may not be immediately evident, or that are just unique and kind of different. They don't have equivalents, etc. So I have them down at the end. So we have a short set of a short U sound, U, and Y combined with it is Ui. So in this case, with the tall tahan, it's Tui, Tui. This, sorry, I'm spacing out. And then the Oi, it's a short version of Oi, so ploy, ploy here. So short Oi, Oi. Another example, or is instead of Ui, it's Oi. Then we have Salat, Ai Mai Malai. And the second one is called Salat Ai Mai Muan. Both of these words make the sound I. Okay? So whether you see either one, they make the sound I. It really just changes what words you're looking at based on which symbol is used. But in either case, they're pronounced the exact same way. I. Or as you see here as in hi without the H. Okay, so to make that longer, you added the Y at the end and it's pronounced a bit longer. So instead of I, it's pronounced I. So Thai. Okay, this is one that is, the next one here is one that is what it looks like. Starts with a E, ends with a wawin, which is a W sound. Combine it's ew. The next one is unique in and of itself. It doesn't have a long equivalent, but excuse me, you see this little circle. You see the sara'a, it's pronounced am. So for example, this word with tahan, tam. Another unique one is rit. It's kind of it's a combination of a vowel and a consonant, but in either case it is used rit. So here we have this symbol galang means that this final letter is not pronounced. So as far as pronunciation is concerned, for us, we can completely ignore that second word. So we're really just looking at this and this. That's tahan. So in this example, it'd be rit, but really you don't emphasize or you don't aspirate the end of the T. I'm just so you could tell what letter I'm saying. You would pronounce it rit. I'm not is a word for like really powerful strength or strength. This is one that throws people off as well. When you see a combination of two ra-ruas together, one, it's not ra-rua. Two, it's not a consonant. So again, no reason to bring logic into learning language. But what it is a short a vowel. So it's just like sara a. So this word here, starting with ta tong, ending with ma ma, would be pronounced tam. So it's kind of another version. Oh, no, sorry, never mind. Short version of a. Okay. This one can be a bit confusing, so I'm going to give it an explanation here. I have sara'a even though there's nothing here. Now, excuse me. Oftentimes, these final two examples, oftentimes in Thai written in the written language, there will be no vowels whatsoever. Or parts of the word will contain just consonants, a bunch of consonants in a row, which is maddening. I mean, it's hard enough that there's no spaces, but in any case, that's what it is. So most of it, as far as what I've run into and what the extent of my knowledge, there's one of two options. So we have two example words here. So the first one, this first letter, nanu, to pronounce the consonant, you need the vowel with it. You can't pronounce a consonant by itself. So sometimes, probably 30%, I'm just roughly guessing, it will be a sara'a. I think there's a pattern with which letters, but really the best method is just to memorize vocabulary and how the vocabulary is pronounced, and that'll kind of skip this whole problem altogether. But in any case, just so we understand, this this first word here, the nonu has a hidden vowel a, so it's na. And then the next one, again, no vowels, has a hidden o, nakon. Nakon, nakon is how it's pronounced. So it has a hidden o, nakon. Okay, so just there you have two vowels hidden in there, but you really have three consonants written. So another example below that, here we have tao tao, gokai, no vowel. So there's a hidden vowel in between tao tao, which is o, to, 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 sorry, o, to. Okay, so this is, again, can be a bit frustrating, this last little bit when we're learning about vowels, and then at the very end we tell you that in reality many times they don't write any vowels, and you just have to guess and memorize what they are. A couple of things you can do in this case when you're looking at written language that's very helpful is if you can copy and paste, or if you can type it out, you can type it into Google Translate, and Google Translate for the Thai language has audio pronunciation that it will pronounce to you using computerized voice. So as long as you type it correctly, it will pronounce it correctly. Thai-language.com is also a dictionary that provides phonetic pronunciation and the tones with anything you put in. So if you don't have a person there immediately available to show it to you, or to pronounce it for you, to show you how to pronounce it, those are two ways, Google Translate or Thai-language.com, that you can find out what that hidden vowel is. And it's a good idea to put it in a flashcard and try to memorize it so you don't have to deal with that forever. So this is an overview of some of the vowels. We'll make this, if you have any, for starters, if you have any comments, just go ahead or questions, just go ahead and leave them, in the comment section below. And I'll try to provide a link eventually to this worksheet, this cheat sheet for reference for the vowels. I hope some of that is helpful, and keep working hard to learn Thai.